It's been a year now. It's funny how things don't feel so different. I mean, they are. So much has happened. The Queen's Park looks smaller now. It's emptier. I think it's colder too. I can't remember. I think of that racist jerk every time I walk through here. I usually don't even realize I'm doing it, but I get all tense and hold my breath sort of instinctively. Places are funny like that. They hold on to memories longer than we do. I remember I used to walk through here on my way home from school or the bar or my friend's house. I almost never go outside anymore. When I go on walks, I avoid campus. It bums me out. I thought I felt alone before, but I haven't seen my friends in ages. Some of them aren't even in the country. When all of this is over, I'll spend every second I have holding someone I love's hand. I'm gonna be so clingy. I'm not going to take a single person for granted. I wish I could go back in time. If I'd known then how this would all go down, I would have done things differently. Is it weird to text someone, "Hi, you seem really nice. I'd love to be friends"? No, it isn't. That's how people make friends. I'm gonna text her. "Hey Sarah, it's Jay from Tutorial."
Why am I even here? All these people are doing loads more interesting things than me, and even if they're not, at least they're not peaking at 27. No, I can't think like that. That isn't fair. I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. I'm gonna drink and get embarrassed by old stories and old photos of myself. Have a good time. Stop worrying for like 2 seconds. Maybe 4.
I mean, I had a crappy brother, but they had a crappy father. I'm not a crappy uncle. There's that burger place on Bloor. Robin loves their fries. I bet they do delivery. Maybe I buy them dinner. Just to say, I'm sorry we couldn't catch up. I'm thinking of you.
I have so much time left to do the things I want to do, so why don't I? Fuck it. I can grade papers in the morning. I'm getting drinks with those people I haven't seen since graduation. It's been way too long. I could take a year off, travel, read books I actually like. I could do that. Figure out what I actually want to do with my life, who I want to spend it with, who I want to be.
I think I love my parents more at a distance. Would that make me such a bad person? Maybe. I don't know if people are really meant to live all alone. If classes are canceled and they close all the libraries and the cafes and the bookstores, it won't be so bad to be with the people who love me.
When All of This Is Over is made possible by a variety of digital platforms whose headquarters, like the University of Toronto, are built on Indigenous land. We feel it is important to acknowledge the land of the Ohlone and Ramaytush peoples on which the Zoom, YouTube, and Apple headquarters are located.
If you are a non-Indigenous listener from a location other than Toronto, we encourage you to use nativeland.ca or some equivalent resource to acknowledge the Indigenous peoples whose land you are currently residing on. There will be a link to this resource and others in the show's program.
As we reflect on how all our lives have been affected since the beginning of this pandemic, it is important to us to also reflect on how the lives of people in the Indigenous communities surrounding us have been affected.
The federal and provincial governments of Canada have stressed the importance of hand washing and social distancing, and yet many First Nations communities lack access to clean water, and inadequate funding for housing has led to severe overcrowding on reserves. COVID-19 has exacerbated the existing discrimination towards Indigenous peoples in Canada's healthcare system, thus contributing to the disproportionate impact of COVID-19 on Indigenous communities.
The process of reconciliation begins with more than just the acknowledging. It needs to also include informing and reforming. This begins with an active decolonization of the healthcare system and working together with Indigenous governments to decrease the impact of this pandemic. We encourage you to continue your own research on this process of decolonization, and you can start with the resources listed in our program. When All of This Is Over was produced by the Victoria College Drama Society at the University of Toronto. It was created and performed by Aidan Bennett, Jean Kim, Cara Austria, Kimia Karachi, and Via Legere. The production was directed by Sydney Phillips, assistant directed by Helen Ho, and edited by Amelia Finlay and Ricky Babcock.